Surprise and hello again, it is me, Michael Friedberg from beautiful North Carolina. I am back again for another shave video, and that is because I have been offered the opportunity to shave with the hard soap version of the Abbate Y La Mantia soaps. I've used many of the soft soaps before, so today we're going to use this. This was kindly gifted to me for use. It is the first stop in what I think will be a tour around the United States and maybe around the world, God only knows, for this particular puck of hard soap. So I have been very careful with the puck, and I will show you why that is. That is because it comes with quite a dramatically deep, I hope you can see that, a dramatically deep sort of engraving, embossing on the face of the soap. And then on the back, you'll see here sort of the branding from Abbate Y La Mantia. So what I've been doing is I have been using this by holding it upside down and then carefully lathering from the bottom so as to preserve this rather dramatic embossing for the next people in the shaving pass around. So if you see me holding it when it looks like a rather odd manner, it's because of that. So I'm going to be using for today this fantastic synthetic brush, one of my favorites. Really easy to use, really easy to clean, and just, when you start using a soap like this, I always try to use one of these first, maybe a boar, and then maybe a badger after that. I don't have this soap for that long, so I'm going to stick with this brush throughout. I have been shaving with this for, I think I've had 4 shaves with it. Yeah, I think it's 4. I don't think it's been 5 so far. This is the normal, as always, to be expected, 2 days worth of growth. I am, by the way, using a different setup for recording because all my old tools have sort of, well, bit the dust a little bit. So I hope the video quality is good. I hope the audio quality is good. Let's just see how this goes. So I'm just wetting the brush through. I'm going to wet my face. I'm going to start lathering. And I'll show you how I've been doing it for the other times during the week to try to preserve that soap for the people who are coming after me. It's always nice to be the first person with the soap, but in this case I want to be very careful because I want to make sure that the people who get it are going to be able to sort of, enjoy the embossing on there. This is a vegan soap, and the distinction between this soap and the soft soaps for Abbate Y La Mantia is that this is the saffron pistil extract and sage oil. And the scent on this soap is kind of a Tuscan verbena. There's a significant layering of lemon, bright lemon, kind of crisp lemon scents. The scent is really quite nice. But bear in mind that it does only have 2 specific ingredients, and those ingredients are shared amongst the hard puck versions of this soap. I think there's 2 scents or maybe 3. All right, here we go. I'm going to shake out the brush as much as I can to keep it as dry as I can. I'm going to hold the soap like this, and then I'm going to very gently just load the brush from there. You might describe this as the loading puck. And you can see it starts to build up a lather really quickly. The soap has a slightly waxy feel to it. It reminds me of a soap I've used in the past, which I think had soy wax in it. Of course, you're not going to be holding it much if you're using it inside like a shaving scuttle or a mug or a bowl or something like that. So the other thing they do tell you, by the way, on the box is that you can load directly from the puck, as I am doing, or you can also rub it on your face like you make a shaving stick. And actually, that's kind of an interesting option there. No dish required. Just put it back in the container when you're done. All right, I'm going to wet my face. I'm going to dip the tip of the brush in the soap, in the water, in part because this is quite concentrated and creates a relatively dense, creamy lather very, very quickly. So, pretty dry brush with a bit of water added. As you can see, no issue building a lather right off the bat. As you would expect from these soaps. I just want to point out again, this is not the same formula as the soft soap. So each of the soft soaps has a particular scent profile and an associated set of ingredients that are specific to that soap. And that is not the case for these. The hard soaps, I believe, are only differentiated by the scents that they offer, but the ingredient list is exactly the same. The other thing I wanted to note is that the label is the same between all of them. So they all look quite similar. Whereas the soft soaps all have very different designs for the labels. It's the same packaging. It's a sort of a cardboard box with an inset with the metal tin that fits in. And those metal tins, of course, always run the risk of some slight deformation or denting in transit. So if that's something that really bothers you, you just need to take note of that. All right, I'm going to add a bit more water to that. As you can see, a nice dense, easy to create lather. Creamy but not too heavy. All right. I think a touch more water, and I'm just dipping the tips of the brush into the sink. Scent strength off the puck is pretty good. I'd say mid-strong, not like overpowering or, you know, knock your head back kind of thing. When lathered, it definitely lightens up and, you know, smooths out a little bit. All right, today's razor is going to be what I've been shaving with the most, is the aluminum Christopher Bradley from Carve. The other ones I've been using sort of intermittently are the Fat Tip Lo Storto, the slant, the Stina Gentile. What else? Those are probably like the three I've used the most in the sort of the recent months. All right, let's get the shave going. So again, 2 days worth of growth as always. This will be the with the grain pass. So what would you normally expect from soaps like this? You'd expect a very easy to lather, kind of a dense, creamy lather with very good slickness. A lot of slickness when you rinse your face. Now, this so far is pretty good, but I will say that it does not have the same sort of creamy, slick feel as the soft soaps, and I think that's because this soap does not include any shea butter in the recipe. This is vegan, or is described as vegetal. So no tallow included. Easy to use, easy to lather. Slickness is good, but you would expect that from a soap at this price range, and it is priced, I think, about the same, either very close to or the same as the soft soaps. There we go. Let's get that part down there. All right. There we go. Not as dramatic a mustache removal as HD Shaves, who is the person who sent this soap on for me to try, but it's 2 days worth of growth, not however many days he had, which was what, 100? And if HD Shaves is watching, I'm in the camp of no mustache, in case you were wondering. Yeah, good, easy to use soap. I mean, easy to lather, rinse your face, rinses pretty easily, not a lot of residual slickness. We go and lather up for pass number 2. You can see there's still quite a lot on the brush. I'm just gonna sort of pull that bottom part up. If you take a look there, you can see that's got a nice kind of thick, glossy look to it. It does look really good. This brush, by the way, is excellent. This knot is really, really good. And I would highly recommend, if you're looking for a synthetic, a relatively low cost, this is an excellent option. Nice big handle, easy to use, lathers anything with ease. All right, there we go. And you saw how long I basically lathered off the puck or loaded the brush off the puck. Not long at all. That's a hard soap that I think will last you quite a while, especially if you're being kind of a little bit careful about how much you're loading. There's really no reason to overload for those because you can easily produce quite a bit of lather with very little soap. So even though the price might be high, I suspect that that puck will last quite a while. All right, just warming up the razor again. This is going to be the across the grain pass. A little bit of irritation here, by the way, from having run a blade for a couple of days too long. I've had 2 Gillette Silver Blues out of this last pack of 5, and I only have 1 more pack left, and then it's on to the Iridium and Visimets that I have. Those will be the only ones I'll be using from now. I think I used this for, I don't know, maybe it was 2 weeks with the blade, but those last couple shaves, I think I pushed it a little bit too far for my skin. You know, I'm not no sugar daddy. I just don't think I can take one of these to a couple hundred or 400 or 500, whatever it is. Skin just won't take it. So I would say for here, and again, I'm using very light pressure. I'm just really letting the razor kind of glide over the skin. Slickness is good. But I would not say that this soap is slicker or better than the soft soaps. I feel like this is good, but for me, I would not buy this hard soap over the soft soaps. I would absolutely stick with those soft soaps, certainly because the price is about equal. This is a good shaving soap, and this is going to sound funny when I describe it like this, but I hope this kind of, rings true for people. It's a little bit soulless compared to the other soft shaving soaps. It's missing a bit of a spark. Okay, pretty good. All right, let's stop right there for the second pass, not overdo it. One of the most pieces of most consistently offered advice I have to say is just don't overshave. Does not pay. Yeah, and there, rinsing it off, I feel like some residual slickness, but also a hint of kind of tacky dryness. All right, last pass, and plenty in there in the brush. I will squeeze out the remainder from the knot, not to worry. And by the way, this does not mean that Friedberg is back and going to be making videos every week. That is not going to happen. I'll make them every now and then, like I've done lives every now and then. This is just kind of an extraordinary circumstance in the sense that people really wanted to know what I thought about this soap because I've used almost all of the Abbate Y La Mantia soft soaps, and I remain a big fan of those soaps. In fact, only 1 soap ago, I was trying to finish off my tub of Laureato. And I think after that, I still have a almost full tub of Marduk, which was the cactus scented one, which I think had blueberry extract and curd extract. Also a very, very nice soap. All right. This is going to be pass number 3, the against the grain pass. Christopher Bradley Carve, however you want to describe this, the aluminum version of this razor. This is using the C plate with a brand new Gillette Silver Blue blade. It's just so easy and so comfortable. And while not perfectly efficient, still an excellent, excellent razor, and 100% my first go-to daily razor. And I have not purchased, I don't think I have purchased anything for quite some time. In fact, I think some period before I actually stopped making videos. And if I was going to buy something, and I would still like to do so, it would be a backup of this razor. What I would get was the C plate and the D plate, because I have the stainless steel with the C plate and the D plate there, but I have this one in aluminum C and open comb D, and I would like the aluminum D plate. As always, still have to watch my skin. That has not changed in the years that I've been gone. Do I look the same? I think I look the same, pretty much, right? No issue there. See? Easy to shave. Soap performance, generally speaking, very good. But not, in my opinion, not as good as the soft soaps. So if I had to choose between those two, I'd be choosing the soft soaps. Absolutely. Which is not to say that other people trying these soaps are going to be disappointed in them. I don't think that's the case. I think if you're looking for a hard soap that has the saffron extract, and in this case sage oil, which has some number of beneficial qualities for your skin, I think you're going to be pretty happy. But if you ask me which one I would choose the appropriate soft soap, because you have a bigger selection of scents as well as the additional sort of skin food and skin protection ingredients. Those are the ones that I would be going for. But as you can see, quick, easy, very comfortable shave. We're going to put on this perfect pairing for today's shaving soap. From Mickey Lee Soapworks, this is the Colonia di Groovy. Fantastic. This is just such a great scent. Yes, I know they're gone. Yes, what am I doing? I'm using up this now unicorn aftershave that can never be had again. You know, if you are holding on to your stuff because you're just afraid to use it, and it sits there unused, I'm not a fan of that. And the reason I'm not a fan of that is because these are things that were designed, made to be used. You know, the sort of the quality, the beauty, the joy of it comes out in using it. And yes, it does mean that at some point it's going to be gone. But you got to enjoy it and use it for what it was made to do, which was, you know, get splashed on your face after you shave. If you want to have a bottle as like an archival kind of a library that you're keeping, that's one thing. But if you're hoarding these bottles or any shaving soap, and then when you do use it, your enjoyment is tinged by this sense of loss because, oh my God, it's going. Yeah, you know, I would let that go. I would just enjoy the stuff you have, and then when it's gone, you'll be able to move on to something new that you'll probably enjoy just as much, and sort of leave the sadness of using up something that you once loved, leave that behind. All right, my friends, well, I don't know about you, I thought that went pretty well. And bear in mind, I'm incredibly out of practice for making these videos. I haven't done one for ages. It's way harder than it looks. All right, what do we have for today? Hard soap from Abbate Y La Mantia. This is the Verbena Toscana, which I think below is listed as Tuscan Verbena. It is a built-up series of steps of a wonderful kind of citrus collection of scents. Very nice scent overall. Soap is good, but as I've said, I would not choose this particular soap over the soft soaps from Abbate Y La Mantia. For me, it would be the soft soaps over these guys. But if you want a hard soap and you're interested in one of these scents that they're offering, bear in mind that this only has the saffron pistils and sage oil, and it's the same across the ones that they offer, then obviously go ahead and pick one of these up. The razor for today, in summary, as they say, obviously from Carve Shave, the Christopher Bradley aluminum plate C, brand new Gillette Silver Blue blade. I will run that until I feel a little bit of roughness and tugging, and then I will give up on that one. I'm not going to continue to try to push them. I've done that a little too much as of late. This wonderful rainbow colored handle and synthetic knot from Yaki. It's a cool looking handle. I love the colors. It's big. It's easy to hold. It lathers easily. It's a fantastic knot. If you don't have a synthetic brush, you're looking for one, this will be one of my top choices. Very, very nice. And then to close it all out, oh, I just got soap all over the bottle. Arg! This, no longer available, Mickey the Soapworks Cologne di Agrumi, which I am going to use until it is gone. I think that's going to take quite a while. You just don't use that much per shave, so I think this bottle is going to last quite a bit. And then when it's done, I'm going to smile, I'm going to think of it fondly, I'm going to move on to the next one, as I suggest you do as well. All right, I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. We covered the soap, the razor, the brush, the aftershave. I've said hello. I've described what's happened in the meantime. I think it's time for me to say to all of you a fond farewell. Thank you again so much for watching the video. Thank you for taking the time. You will be able to leave comments against this one. And if there are comments, I hope you'll get back to them again. And I will say to you, until the next time, if and when there is a next time, I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Thanks.